Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin. Well, he's got the shot away! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Atalanta finding themselves real chance! Goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
There was... Can he finish? He's delivered all right! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And the pass is intercepted. Now he's off and running. And it's Messi. Chance here to counter. And he was alert to it. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. City. And the Ketelara. Maldini. He's looking to set free a runner. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. And the counter is on. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Kosunu cuts out the pass. City. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. City.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. De Ketelara. Can he get away here? Bellanova. Oh, given offside once more. And he's been shifted off it. Beckham kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's had a shot! Sticks it away! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe!
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run onside proved the key ingredient.
Everton go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, that goal should be a big game changer. It's certainly been a big mood changer.
They've played it short. Oh, that's nice. Everton are looking to go forward now. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Beckham. And it's the goalkeeper's to claim. Van Dijk. And that's really well manoeuvred. That is a great pick out. Oh, what a ball! He's had a hit! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Oh, the invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
After 34 minutes is number 9, David Villa.
So now the difference is 3.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Upamecano. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Neymar. Messi. Great position here. City. David Villa. David Villa!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
De Ketelaere. Maldini. Great defending, strong and determined. Guardiola.
There will be 3 minutes.
David Villa. And it's Neymar. Retegi. Now it's Neymar. Neymar! Now, who's going to be first to this? And we hit half-time.
Well, I've seen very little to indicate a comeback in this one, Peter. They've committed to this game with great desire and heart, and there's no need to back away from that.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. Everton can now introduce the first of their substitutes. He got amongst the goals here, and now he takes his leave.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Foot in. Beckham going full steam ahead down the left flank. Jordi Alba played it early. Can he finish? It's in! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, that's well spotted.
They didn't manage to get nearly enough into the box, and that speaks of little ambition. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Great hit! He's put his foot right through that one.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Retegui. Atalanta couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. David Villa, and he's managed to... Chance! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Everton perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And the flag has stayed down. Real chance here. Maldini. And it's gone back to the keeper. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He's found a way through. Bellanova. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
David Villa is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
And it's Belletti. Looks for the finish. Oh, there was plenty on that.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Kosunu. Into the last quarter of an hour. Mbappe! And he couldn't quite make it 6.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Substitution on the field.
Everton have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Guardiola. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And Beckham! Oh, impressive strike.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Bellanova. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And he's in on goal. And the finish! And that has flown over.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Lookman. Retegui. Retegui! Beckham. Jordi Alba, who's set up one goal so far. That is good alertness.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Beckham. David Villa. Can he latch on to this? Oh, that's fabulous. Shot a goal! They've scored! And so clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline entirely justified.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Number 33, Dai Emery.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. David Villa taking his leave here, having got himself on the score sheet.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Has been indicated.
That could spell trouble. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. Well, the rain has put a bit of a dampener on proceedings here, but this intriguing matchup should improve everybody's mood. Both teams will be looking to give their sodden supporters something to cheer about. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Big header! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Well timed, excellent interception. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Jordi Alba. he's got such searing pace, Peter. He gets to the byline in the blink of an eye, and from there his crosses are pinpoint and very hard to defend against.
Header! Oh, denied brilliantly.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Beckham with the short one. Salah. And that could well leave a mark. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Matson. Battling for the right to play in the early stages. And Torres. Cash. To Camara. Pau Torres.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Punched away. And Ndiaye.
This is the time you need that pace.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And that is as far as they're going to go. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. He could be in here. Pau Torres getting this one clear. Asensio. Pau Torres.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Mbappe. They want to be quick to recover this. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well played and well cleared.
That'll be a throw. And it's Salah. Now it's Calvert-Lewin. Shot a goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. He gets big! Onana. To McGinn. Pau Torres. Konsa. Now he's off and running. Here's Asensio. Approaching the half-hour mark. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Asensio plays it short.
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Neuer deals with it effortlessly. And the counter is on. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's put paid to a promising move. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Camara. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Mbappe! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now it's Mbappe. That's been cut out, well played. Pau Torres. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Onana. And Torres chooses to go cross-field. Cash. Konsa. And Torres. Over to the left. McGinn. Matson. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, the crowd aren't happy. They wanted a shot and it didn't arrive.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's half-time here. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Camera. To McGinn. Matson. Here's Onana. Konsa. And here's Asensio. Great work on the overlap. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And it's been taken short. Hits it first time! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Asensio. Watkins. Upamecano proves too strong. Calvert-Lewin. And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Onana. That is ended up in no man's land. Mbappe.
The attendance for this match was 28,599.
It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Oh, good take in a good area. And he's there to clear it. And here's Mbappe. Oh, such a clever touch. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Matson. Konsa. Cash. It's a pretty loose pass. Calvert-Lewin. Pau Torres. Here's Onana. Asensio. McGinn. And Matson. It's a goal kick. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Marco Asensio. Coming on the field is number 8, Yuri Tillmans.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Pau Torres.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Nicely worked. He's found some chance! He's got a goal! Finally the breakthrough!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
72 minutes is number 19.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
And he's managed to get free. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Played back to the goalkeeper. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Upamecano can get it clear.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He's found a way through. And that's another good win of the ball. Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Everton clearly looking to hold on here right to the end. Now it's Mbappe. Played into space out wide.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And here's Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Onana. Tielemans. Everton moments now away from seeing this one out. He has found a way through.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Substitution on the field. Number 27, number 2.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Pau Torres.
Number 16. Substitution.
Onana.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Looking for options for movement. And time is up. Everton have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Yamal taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Yeah, it was never a match that was going to blow us all away, Peter, but I felt the team did a lot right, especially that well-timed goal.
This is a hard one to take.
So
but
that's
we'll
it
be
for
back
today. Thank you,
stronger,
Jim,
won't we?
and good afternoon all. So bring it on. Fresh, fervent, fevered, how it always was and how it always will be. Feel it, this is where it starts. Whatever your ambitions, a good beginning is the perfect way to get things underway. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
David Villa! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
David Villa.
Everton gain their reward with an early goal. He won't be happy with that one. Guardiola. He rises! Really well taken goal. That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
10 minutes is number 18.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Out to the right.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Belletti. Van Dijk. And Upamecano. Guardiola. Zaire Emery. And Upamecano. And it's Beckham. Looking for the runner. It's a mighty effort! In for the pieces! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. That has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Zaire Emery aims beyond the defence. Has a goal! And the keeper couldn't hold it. He has done it! And they've got their lead back. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
David Beckham. David Beckham.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Bartley.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Chooses to go back. Played in. Climbs up big! He will be livid with himself. Belletti. Zaire Emery. Pedri going face-to-face with his great rival. Zaire Emery looking to get on the end of this. Cleared away. It is a corner, good chance. And he's managed to get rid. Upamecano. He's got tall. No, not the best of headers. Beckham. And it's Beckham. And Jordi Alba. That's a throw. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. That's a nicely measured pass. Upamecano, who does have an assist to his name. Zaire Emery. Pedri.
That's good play from him.
Oh, perfectly measured that.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Crossed into the box. Grant looking to add to his goal. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Everton heading towards the half-time break. The win very much in their sails. Jordi Alba. Ah, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Now, what about a counter-attack? And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Grant. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. That's a lovely, neat pass. David Villa goes steaming forward. And he cuts out the supply. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So after a truly engaging first half, it remains right on edge. Things still very much in the mix in what is shaping up to be a super contest. 2-1 the score at the break, and every indication that both parties are capable of adding more. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's still anyone's game, as both sides have shown they have goals in them. As for the next one, should it arrive, that may have a bigger bearing as to who emerges victorious.
Everton head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
And we're off again. And it's played forward. Beckham. And it's Guardiola. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Grant. Zaire Emery. And it's Messi. Beckham. Lobbed in. Oh, what a climb! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Defending here is really tight. That is lovely. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Jordi Alba showing good feet. And a header! That's a half-decent try.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
David Villa, looking for options for movement. That is ended up in no man's land. Just about up to the hour now.
29,950.
Grant. He's found a way past.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Grant.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
And he's onside. Oh, smashing header! They've done it! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
After 64 minutes is number 32.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I think this is a case of anything you can do, we can do too. I mean, they're matching each other like for like here.
David Villa.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He's through here. And that's put paid to a promising move. And it's Messi. Hits one! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. Guardiola. Passing is crisp and sharp. Messi. Beckham. Delivers the... Gets his head to it! Into the last quarter of an hour. And there's his chance to lead the counter. That looks a good ball through. Chance!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Substitution.
West Bromwich choosing to make the first change. Keeper has taken decisive action.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Quality ball. Oh, and he's through the middle. No, that's been intercepted. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. Pedri. David Villa. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Number 14, Marcos Llorente.
It's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
Just 5 minutes left. And it's Belletti. Llorente. And that is expertly dealt with.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Guardiola. Played back in. Out of play for a goal kick. But there's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Number 6, Pep Guardiola. Coming on to replace him is number 11.
We are into overtime.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
Grant. Can he get it through? He's found some space. And he's quick to get it clear again. And that is that. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. David Villa voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim?
A rather flat performance for me when we expected something a lot stronger. I think they thought the win would just come to them, and it didn't.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Green backpack. Kindly contact
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. They've played it short. Pedri wins the duel this time. Everton have the chance to go the other way. And he's picked out the run.
Footballing width usually identifies.
He's had a hit! And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
And it's been taken short. Oh, smashing header! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this fella, Maignan, we all remember him, Peter, from his stint in his native France. That time he took an unfancied side to the title against all the odds. I think he had 21 clean sheets that year, which is over half the games, and proof that goalkeepers can make a real difference.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Jordi Alba. He's under a lot of pressure there. And the shot! I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
He could be in here. Oh, that's a key interception. So it is still 0-0. Zaire Emery can see things others simply cannot. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's got away. Oh, played through for the wide man. There's the header. Luton are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Guardiola. It's Pedri. David Villa. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Walsh, and he's been shifted off it. And here's the chance to counter. Jordi Alba looking to hit the byline here. Now the finish!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Engages and forces him off the ball. That's a promising run he's making on the right. He has found the way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he was quick to react. Guardiola. That's a lovely, neat pass. Zaire Emery just eases him off the ball. Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. That has ended up in no man's land. And there's green grass ahead of him. Walsh. Guardiola. And a shot! And he's done it!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Everton have penetrated for the first time.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Zaire Emery. Messi. And it's half-time here. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think there's plenty to be pleased about with that first half display in terms of the score and overall approach.
Everton happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
Here we go again. Everton carrying a one-goal lead. So nearly the perfect ball. Walsh. And he cuts out the supply. Guardiola. David Villa. No, that's been intercepted. It's a pretty loose pass.
Look, movement creates...
Can he put it away? It's off target and by quite a way.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Walsh. And they win it back again. He can run onto that. Zaire Emery. Showing good feet. Oh, he's got the shot away! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
That could... Big chance! Everton are ahead here by what is still the only goal. David Villa under intense pressure.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. He's found a way through. Your impression so far, Jim?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
Luton finding their passes. Keeper's dealt with that.
Yeah, and he read it before anyone could follow up.
That's a shade optimistic.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Walsh. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. That's tidy.
Substitution on the field. Number 21.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 25. Coming on the field. Number 19. Number 7.
Rodri.
Moses. Number 14.
75 minutes played.
Substitutions taking place.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Chong. Brown. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Llorente, looking for options for decent hit! He should have put that one away.
Rodri has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
That has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. "1-0 as we head towards the end. Brown.
This is the time you need that pace.
And that's a good ball. Llorente! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Brown. Very much into the last knockings.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. Chong. Guardiola. Jordi Alba. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Chong. No way through. Shapes to shoot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. David Villa picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. And already we're underway here. Well, we've seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Now it's Griezmann. Can he get it through? Oh, nicely intercepted. Zaire. Can he put it away? Good, strong hand by the keeper.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper. These early exchanges have been frenetic. Looks like we have a proper game on our hands, Peter.
Caught offside that time. It's a pretty loose pass. It's a throw-in. First quarter of an hour gone. And it's Griezmann. Chance to finish. Oh, screamer! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
After 17 minutes is number 7, Antoine.
Everton have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
That is a great pick out. Goalkeeper's ball. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Just eases him off the ball. Now that's well seen too. Messi. Robinson. That's headed upfield, and he was quick to react. David Villa. And now the hit! He's got away with one there.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay. Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
Now he's off and running. He's played him through. Upamecano.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's quick to snatch it back. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Griezmann taking his leave here, having got himself on the score sheet.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made. Yeah, that's top defending in preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
And he's straight offside. Everton making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. David Villa. And he's let fly! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Really got in the face of his opponent to set it up. It's great grafting. There they go, hunting again.
Not the most accurate pass.
Well, yet another interception, and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Van Dijk gets a foot in here.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Brewster. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Zaire Emery actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Zaire Emery gets across to intercept that. No, that pass isn't the best.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, it's come loose.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
And we hit half-time. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of the level of endeavour from both teams. I think they lead because they did most of the probing. A little more penetration, I think, should help them get the job done.
Everton head into the dressing room pleased with the thought that they have that all-important lead. Analysis to come during the break. But if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if...
Up he goes! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Well, he did get himself into a good position. Something for him to cling to.
And the pass is intercepted. Time and again they are repelled. Mbappe. Brewster.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Mbappe! Mbappe! Fantastic! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Mbappe demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Everton are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
It is a corner. Header! Oh, the ball's run loose here. They want to be quick to recover this.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Can he finish? Just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
He's picked his way more! And that is doing no harm at all.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
In with the challenge. Everton are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mbappe given the lift of his goal. Robinson promptly onto that, and that is that. Played out towards the right wing. Beckham. David Villa. Mbappe! He's done very well to get to that.
Mbappe is offering a right smile there. Moore.
Always onto this. Campbell. Campbell! He's scored! Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner. Unstoppable.
This is his one-on-one. Mbappe! And that would have been game, set and match.
Mbappe has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Substitution.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they? When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
David Villa! Oh, should have put that away.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Corner number 2 then. Oh, smashing header! And somehow he managed to miss it. Oh, good-looking ball. He's going for goal! And that's a real chance missed. Mbappe is being harried and hassled.
Well, to be fair to that
Mbappe! And it's in! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
85 minutes is number 15, Kylian
Everton
Mbappe.
take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Mbappe.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. David Villa. Mbappe. And no, that was never going to make it. David Villa. Now it's Llorente. He's had a shot! Lacking in accuracy.
has been
4
indicated.
extra minutes added on. Clark opts for safety. Campbell is onto it in a flash. And here's Mbappe. Upamecano tries a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Crosses it into the area. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Everton are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, what more can we say, Peter, about Phil Foden? Described as so good and fundamental to his team, and some of the best brains in football have said that. He deserves it. He's got to be one of the most exciting players of his generation. What a talent.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him.
Might want to be careful there.
Haaland. Now it's Grealish.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Climbs up big! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
After 9 minutes is number 9.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Everton make the perfect start. They are already ahead. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Foden delivering the goods as expected.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Colback. Oh, good spread. Ball is over the line. Van Dijk. Martinez. Colback. And it's Colback. Lovely feet. And it's Colback. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And now the breakaway. Now it's Foden. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Grealish.
Look, it's a run defence's dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
And it's been taken short. Trippier. That's tidy. Alexander-Arnold. Delivers a cross. He gets big! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Grealish. Alexander-Arnold. Foden. Colback. Alexander-Arnold. Foden.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Now it's Haaland.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Martinez. And that's put paid to a promising move. Real chance here! Big header! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, good ball. It's a pretty loose pass. And the first 45 minutes are up. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think there's plenty to be pleased about with that first half display in terms of the score and overall approach.
Everton come in, having established that lead. A game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good.
Everyone, please welcome our players to the field.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you...
Haaland! Oh! Fantastic! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And there's the goal they've been looking for.
The goal scorer after 47 minutes is...
It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, the technique generates the power in that situation, and once power is assured, any goalkeeper's up against it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
And he's intervened well there. Rodri. Now it's Haaland. And it's Colback. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that's an inviting ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Alexander-Arnold.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Robertson. Now it's Grealish. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. And the shot! And more, and more, and more! And the lead is extended still further. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
A case now of complete control.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Colback. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Stood up well to him there. Alexander-Arnold. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
Colback. Strong running down that left flank.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Foden. Here's Rodri. Martinez. Here's Rodri. Merino. Colback. Now it's Foden. Merino. Good spot, he's seen the run. It carries far too far and out of play. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Substitution on the field. Number 24. Number 7. Number 4. Colback. Coming on the field. Number 25. Number 10. Number 8.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That is a great pick out. Merino. Trippier picks it up out wide. That's a throw. Everton can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, their position is a dominant one now, Peter, so introducing one of the youngsters for some added experience is bang on.
Now it's crossed into the middle. And the keeper's in command.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too. There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Palmer. Haaland! Rising over the bar.
Lovely control. He made it stick with an excellent touch.
Substitution in progress.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Just 5 minutes left. Now Iwobi! And that is a truly outstanding save.
Substitutions taking place.
Everton making consecutive changes here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
He's going for goal! And now a sudden chance to counter. Haaland! Oh, shooting chance! And that should get the job done. Oh, what has happened here? He's got tall. Final touch was poor.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. No, again there's no way through. Van Dijk. Haaland. Lucas Anderson.
That will annoy the manager. They're making
And
themselves
that will be the
too
final
predictable
act.
here.
Everton can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Haaland taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it.
Everton take up their starting position ahead of what will be another manic dash towards the finish line. A finish line beyond which lies pastures substantially greener, substantially more fertile, substantially more lucrative. They really do want to get off to a flyer here. For 70 years or thereabouts, this place has borne witness to some true... Decent hit! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Villa certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just a bit...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! It's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick. Upamecano, he's gone for goal! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Van Dijk. Oh, that pass isn't the best. He's found a way through. David Villa.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. David Villa. And that's not going to reach. Neither side yet able to find the net. First quarter of an hour gone. In with a header!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Tries it! Goal!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Gol. Convertido en el minuto 19. Número 33.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
David Villa. Oh, that's fabulous. Pulls it back.
There's much frustration as to the...
He's got the shot away! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
The keeper felt he had that covered. Some of the crowd were less convinced. It was really well drilled.
Ruben Neves. David Villa! It's there! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. And that's it. That was always inevitable. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be...
David Villa! Oh, that is outstanding! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
A case now of complete control.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
David Villa! And more and more and more. There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Oh, he's been unstoppable in this match. Every single time he's been in possession, he's looked a threat.
Everton are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
David Villa. Strokes it back. Beckham. And Beckham! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And that has been clubbed away. David Villa. David Villa! And he's quick to get it clear again. Pedri! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And it's Kane. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. But they've got it again. Everton heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Valverde. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. David Villa. Played out to the right. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Beckham. David Villa. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Ruben Neves. Alexander-Arnold. Well, that is one way to stop him. And there's green grass ahead of him. Zaire Emery. And the shot! They want to be quick shapes to shoot! And the ball's come loose here. And the finish! Oh, he really got hold of that.
Yeah, he'll be a little vexed with himself, having done well to get there first.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, what a half. For one, pretty much ideal. For the other, utterly dreadful. And we're only halfway through.
Yeah, I think a first-half performance that showed attack being the best form of defence. If they're in the face of the opposition that much, then there's little they can do in return, and I'm not sure how long they can keep the intensity and the tempo up, but it certainly paid off so far.
Everton pretty much out of sight here. It really has been a one-sided game so far. There's the start of the second half. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Kane. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Everton come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their...
Kane! He rises! Has another go! He's put his foot right through that one.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Alexander-Arnold cuts it out. Can he spark a counter here? And it's Messi. Everton can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And here's a chance. Oh, there was plenty on that.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Oh, they could be caught out here. That'll be a throw-in.
OK, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
In comes the cross. Mbappe! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. He's had a hit! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Oh, that is asking for... Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Número 33.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, they've set out to man-mark him now, but this is...
Can he put it away? And he hits the net. And so clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline entirely justified.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
He's got 4. That is remarkable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
David Villa. Upamecano. He's... Mbappe! And he'll shoot here! He's put it wide.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Mbappe! Oh, here's a chance! Oh, impressive strike.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
Shifted upfield, and that's another good win of the ball. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Everton do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. The pressing's intense, and it's... Mbappe! Oh! Fantastic! That is a gem! An absolute gem! How many? Just how many? The golf in class is vast.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Mbappe! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
They get a throw-in. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Vinicius Junior, Mbappe, had a shot. Brought out the best in the keeper.
Mbappe knew immediately he didn't catch that to his liking, and his face was a picture of dissatisfaction.
Lo reemplazará número 6.
Akanji attempts a clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Can he finish? Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Everton are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. And it's Messi. That's a sharp pass.
Variety is...
Mbappe! Just 5 minutes left. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the...
Oh, shooting chance! And that has faded wide.
Cambio.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Great defending, strong and determined.
6 minutos de compensación.
Upamecano, and here's Mbappe. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Robertson. And it's Kane. Now it's Foden. Now it's Kane. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Look at this chance! It's in! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He's gone for goal. Well, it was a chance, but meat and drink for the keeper. And we're done. Everton looking by any yardstick formidable, truly enjoyable to watch, and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?